Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. Today we're going to go over our uranium daily technical analysis update, give you guys the latest and greatest on this area. I'll let you know what I think is good and what doesn't look good, and I'll give you my financial opinion here. So we've got the Sprott Physical Uranium Trust behind me. We've got this downtrend line that we're trying to break out of. We are still coiling up into the corner of this pattern here. For the Sprott Physical Uranium Trust, I'm hoping for a break to the upside. We didn't get that break today. We had a little bit of volatility and ended a little bit lower today, so we're still watching it. URNM still looks good. Big buying pressure a couple of, 2-3 days ago. And then the past 2 days, we've got smaller down days. We are still above the support line. This looks good to go higher, in my opinion, for URNM. Downtrend line break, sideways move, a break to the upside, 2 small down days, and then a bounce higher. BNNLF is looking good. I'm going to continue the move to the upside. 2 little small down days with a bullish engulfing 3 days ago. I think it's going to resolve itself higher in the short term. We are on long-term support. That's where we're at. I would be a buyer down here if it were me. GoviaX, GVXXF. GoviaX, another African producer or African developer. Downtrend break, came up, came back to support, bounced off of it. Still looks good to potentially move higher in the short term. Global Atomic, getting a little bit of a sell-off day. It's not a reversal candlestick. So I suspect that we're going to bounce off this support that's right underneath it and hopefully head higher. Thesis Metals getting a little bit of a sell-off today, down 6.88%. We're back inside this sideways channel. We're right at this support resistance line. We hit a little bit of resistance here, but it still looks okay. Let's just monitor where this thing goes. Not that I'm going to do anything with it. Pure Point moving on sideways. A little bit of a down day today. We're at this support line where we've got a lot of support going across. Deep Yellow, small down day today. Let's zoom in on it. Deep Yellow, yeah, just chopping sideways. Nothing too big to report on. Paladin Energy getting a little bit of a sell-off today. Probably going to come back and retest the support line right below it. Big picture view, guys. It's looking quite good. We're right here at the top of this support resistance line. Sky Harbor getting sold off a little bit today. Again, we're right at support. Everything looks okay. Next Gen Energy just moving sideways, right at support. Everything looking all right. Canalaska, zooming out here. We've got the big picture view. We got to break through this big resistance line that's above it at about 65 cents or so. And we're right at support now. Just kind of moving sideways, bopping along sideways. Small down day for baseload energy, just moving sideways again, kind of a cup and handle that we might have fallen out below the cup and handle pattern, but we're just moving sideways. We got a little, look, we're right at support for FISOF, Vision 3.0. It's an Canadian exploration company. We're right at this long-term support line, guys. So you know what? I probably would be a buyer down here if you guys want something to buy that's an exploration company. I would be doing it right now. Fission, a little bit of a down day today. We're right at support. Everything's looking okay. We just got to get this momentum to turn around. So we've got a little bit of momentum coming back down. CCJ, small down day today. Everything looks good for CCJ. We're above support. Everything looks good. KAP, Kazatomprom, a little bit of a down day today. We're right at support again. We're just hanging out. We'll eventually move higher, I think. Peninsula Energy, right here, moving sideways. We're down a little bit, 4.4%, but we're still above all the support lines, so nothing to worry about yet. Boss Energy, a little bit of a down day today. Lotus Resources, right at the support line, or resistance line, I should say, because it's now resistance. I'm just going to draw this thing over here like this. Hit our head, bounce back, and then we're looking for some buying pressure to show back up, if we're going to move higher at least. Uranium Royalty Corporation, UROY, right at the support line. We're kind of just dancing around about it. Encore Energy, small down day. We're still above the support line. Everything's looking okay. Everything's looking all right. You got what I need. Yeah, Bismarcky. So downtrend break coming on up. Everything still looks good. URG just chopping sideways. We're coming back and doing a retest to this support line here. Yeah, that one that I can't extend. But that one's looking okay. Same thing with UEC. Same thing as URG. We're just coming back and testing that support. LEU getting a little bit of resistance. Right here, we popped up, sold off a little bit. So we're right at the support resistance line. LTBR, small down day. I still think that we will resolve ourselves upward over time with the buying and selling pressure. ISO Energy getting a bearish engulfing pattern. This actually is probably going to head lower for a little bit. Appy Energy looking strong, getting a little bit of buying pressure, looking better than the majority of the companies in the sector. Denison Mines just chopping, sideways. This still looks to me like we're going to head higher with this big buying pressure, small selling pressure like that. Blue Sky Uranium getting a little bit of a sell-off. Nothing different really on the short term, just chopping sideways. Forum Energy Metals chopping sideways. Anfield Energy chopping sideways. We're still above this support line down here. So everything's okay. Laramide getting a little bit of a sell-off, bouncing off that resistance line on the long term. Are we going to head lower here? I don't know. I mean, some of these do look like they want to head lower. Like Western Uranium getting a little bit lower today. This has broken its uptrend line to the downside. UEXCF, we're right at this resistance line, kind of just right underneath it, moving sideways. And Mega Uranium, this could have a mega move, because what I like seeing are these long-term lines like this, and then breaking them to the upside looks really good. So this could have a very big long-term move ahead of it. So uranium, it's a mixed bag. I think we're just waiting for the spot price of uranium to take off before we get into launch mode. And the overall sector, I mean, it looks good. It doesn't look as good as some other sectors, though. I will admit that. The value in this sector is probably the best. It's one of the better valued sectors in terms of the uranium price in relationship to the gold price. So I do think there's a lot of upside potential in uranium. The short-term technical picture on some of them, not all of them, on some of them look a little bit weak. Some of them look quite strong, like the one behind me, Mega, looks quite strong. Sky Harbor looks quite strong. There's a bunch that you get this mixed bag. In some other sectors, you get all of them looking very strong. So, I mean, we'll see where this thing goes. I haven't sold a single share of anything, guys. I've been holding on to absolutely everything. All my uranium shares, all my oil shares, all my precious metals shares and copper shares. I don't sell anything. They're all too well valued. And the market conditions are changing to such great market conditions for these to be successful in. So short term, we'll see where this thing goes. Long term, we're going to be winners, guys. The uranium is going to be a winning sector, I think. If you guys like the content, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And thank you for listening. This is Finding Value.